this is our Kydex press. Nothing too crazy. These are kneeling pads from Home Depot. Pretty dense. We got I think this is 1.25 inches or 1.5 inches. I can't remember. I just cut them, cut some plywood, and kind of added some thickness on top. We added door hinges. These are actually gate hinges, which we had to get bigger because the foam was a little bit more dense. And then some feet. We just did some 2x4 feet on the back. So the way this works is you heat up your Kydex in your oven, and once you get your Kydex heated up in your oven, you bring it over, you fold it around your knife, you put it in the press, and then you use your clamps to press this, and that foam will lock around the Kydex and form to the knife. 15 minutes goes by, you pull it out, you trim it to size. I've been kind of learning, playing with the temperature a little bit of the Kydex and what to do, what not to do. And we've got a few successful builds already, and we've got some failures. But I feel like that's kind of what happens with anything that you're learning how to do. You're going to fail a lot, and then you get to make some cool products. And not going to do much talking, but you can kind of see the process of how to make a Kydex holster. We've got this thing heating up. It is currently at 145 degrees. The goal is to get that about 350 degrees. And I think I've got a leather holster for this. A guy locally makes these knives, does a fantastic job. And I am gonna make a Kydex sheath for this knife. And this knife is beautiful. It's actually got two edges on it, one on the top and one on the bottom. And great sheath already, but I just want to learn how to use Kydex. So we're gonna try to make a sheath tonight, and we'll see how it goes. So to start off, take you guys down here. We need to cut the Kydex to size. It has two different sides. One is kind of like got a glossy sheen to it. The other is kind of a rougher. I don't know if you could tell there, but it's got a rougher look to it. And we're gonna go with the rougher look. And like I said, I'm just gonna make something that I can click in and just stick it in my pocket. I love this knife. Just need something a little bit slimmer than the sheath I already have. So to put, I think it's 3 layers of tape on the blade and cut here. So what this is doing is providing a little bit of a gap between the blade and the wood and the Kydex that's gonna go on it. So now we're gonna move over to the toaster oven, and the heat has been cranking on this, and it should be getting pretty hot. Let's see. Oh yeah, 330 degrees. I'm gonna go ahead and toss this in. 90 seconds. Ooh, hot tamale. Actually gonna heat this up a little bit longer. All right, here we go. This thing is pressed down pretty well. We're gonna wait about 15 minutes and we will take it out. All right, it has been about 15 minutes and we're gonna see how this turned out. I really don't know if it's gonna be okay. Moment of truth. Okay. I kind of expected this. So I did not heat the Kydex enough, I don't think. And so it didn't take as much of the form as I would like. But honestly, this is still going to work, and it's going to work great for what I need. So right now you've got kind of a pancake sheath, and you got to separate these two pieces of Kydex. Very careful to get the knife blade out. And as you can see, it has taken the form of the knife, okay? I need to trim this piece here. Okay, so we have something to work with. Kind of sketched out where I will make a cut, and listen to this. Okay, that's what you want. It's nice and firm on there, but I need somewhere to push with my thumb to unlock it, okay? So what we do is use a heat gun. This is just one you can grab from hardware store. You're gonna heat up the part where your thumb, you don't wanna heat the whole back of your holster. You're gonna heat up this back. It's getting toasty. All right, let's see if we can do this. So, you can see how that Kydex is moving. I have to do that a little bit more, but you can see now there's a little place to put your thumb, okay? And you've got a ridge right here. Feeling pretty good. We just shaved it down, got the edges cleaned up, and check this out. I totally forgot to press record, but I just drilled out the holes. All right, I feel pretty good about how this turned out. Knife is absolutely beautiful, by the way. All right, my first successful attempt with making a Kydex sheath for a knife. And this is a double blade. It's got an edge on top and the bottom. So this was a little bit more difficult to make one for. Love this blade, one of my favorite knives. This was made by a guy here locally in Northwest Arkansas. This doesn't have a click on the way in, it's more of a slide. But on the way out, it clicks. So it is, I mean, it is very, very firm. And I think it turned out really well. At least for my first run. So